Peace and blessings. How are you doing? I hope all is well. I want to come on here right quick and do a romance reading. Today is 6. Today is June 19th. I was looking at time. It's 6:25 here, my time. I stated previously, and another thing too, I stated in the previous reading about business agreements and partnerships. Um, and it came up to me about you seeing things, basically seeing things for what they are. You know, anybody that comes back from the past, I say take it with a grain of salt. Or if you feel uncertainty about it, I would not move forward with them. Also, on the other hand, um, it was something else I was about to say. It's going to come to me. And even when you get a mechanic, it's not what I'm about to actually want to say, but also like if you're getting a vehicle fixed or you having issues with your vehicle, be careful who you go to, because especially they making money off you. Be careful who you go to. As well, be careful what mechanics you go to, because some of them could be con artists or crooks, or they have a, or I know what I'm about to say. I'm about to get to it. Or their intentions is for their highest good, not to serve you properly. So be careful of that, especially if they have a history of that. Look up the reviews. Definitely even look online for the reviews. Ask around. Also, on the other hand, you might notice something at this time about what tarot readers and spiritual readers, these quote unquote tarot readers and spiritual readers. My advice to you all is to shop around, because some of them, they are fake. Some of them are not legit. They're not legit. You will notice as time goes along. You will notice, especially those of you who are to my advice to you all, I'll shop around. Especially those of you all who are new to in terms of getting readings, things of that nature. I will shop around, because you have some of them, if you notice, because you have the textbook tarot readers, for example, and you have the textbook tarot readers, and you have readers that can read intuitively. So sometimes they can read both. Um, yeah, well, basically the readers that can read intuitively, as they consider, or they would say spiritual. Um, when you think about it, now some of them, they may, you have some readers, they now some of them read it both, which is pretty good, and some of them read it completely spiritual, which is good. But when you have them constantly reading, they constantly reading from the textbook version of it and not going in any depth, and you're not feeling satisfied with it, and they constantly telling what you want to hear, not what you need to hear. Now those of you who want readers that tell you what you want to hear, and they at your vibration, and you all in the same vibration, it'd be best for you to go to them. It'd be best for you to go to them. Um, because I may not, me personally, I know I may not be that person, especially if you coming to me for a consultation. I'm pretty much, if you look for someone to tell you what you want to hear, I'm not that person. You need to go elsewhere, and find somebody at your vibration. Because I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm going to tell it like it is. And I'm going to tell why I feel. I'm going to tell it like it is. And no, it's not really going to be for no textbook version. As you all seen, in some cases, I read it both ways at the same time. And in some cases, I read it completely spiritual. As you all seen it before. So, on the previous readings, you can go back. Um, but on the other hand, because see, some of them are in it for the highest good. They in it for to make money off of you, to scam you, make money off of you, Some of you need to be careful. You're donating, especially the people on YouTube. Now, I'm not knocking anyone else's work, but you need to be really careful who you set up there donated to. You idolize and worshiping, because everybody teaches everybody on here and on YouTube and these other platforms, Facebook, Bigo, all that. Their intentions are not pure. They in it for their own good. I always believe this when it come down to doing work like this and serving, especially trying to make a mark on humanity, serving at a humanitarian level. I always believe that. I always believe that. True enough, the person can use their gift to prosper. That's why they have to charge things that nature. They use their gift to prosper. That'll put their gifts to use. That'll bring them abundance, prosperity. They go with anybody, whatever gifts you possess, talents, skills. On the other hand, because nothing in this life isn't free. Nothing in life is free. On the other hand, those people, you got some people, they're not in it for that person. They're just in it for them. They're just in it for them. The reason why they're doing what they're doing, because they're in it for them. When you pay attention to these podcasts and these readers that they're putting up, or podcasts and stuff, of them, I'm gonna speak on the other people as well on YouTube, besides the readers and stuff in spiritual community. That's setting up here. When you got all these other people that's setting up here, they talk about one thing. The readers always about one thing, like love and things of that nature. They're not telling you what you need here in terms of like spirituality, like in terms of like give you insight and what you need to do spiritually, things of that nature, or it gives you guidance in terms of like your spiritual path, things of that nature, and it's always focused on love. I be skeptical about those people. I would be very skeptical about those people. And then now, aside from that, now you got some of these other people that was set up here, like, because see, since Mercury retrograde in Gemini, it's like I've been paying attention to the details strongly. I'm a Sagittarius sun sign. Is in the opposite sign, Gemini. And see, I've been paying attention to detail. It's like I've been paying attention to detail strongly. I've been saying lately, like, I like this shirt, things I don't pay attention to. I just paying attention to details strongly. It's been strong, in terms of my communication. That's one thing I noticed. And it's like, and more so, because see, I had Mercury retrograde in my second house. The second house about balance. That's about deals, paying attention to practical things, whatever's presented as facts. Cause that's ruled Taurus. It's Venus. That's ruled Taurus. Taurus about things are presented as tangible. Now you got these other people that was set up here. These other YouTubers that set up here constant scam people. Talk about I'm about to create a school, I'm about to do this and I'm about to do that, but yet at the same time turn around, here they go scamming people, taking people money, and then when they get asked, or people raise hell about giving their money back, they will sit up there and they will go off on you and then constantly trying to scam. I wouldn't fall for those people. As I stated, even if you're going to people for spiritual consultations, like in terms of spell work, whatever case is, I wouldn't fall for these people. I'll be careful. I wouldn't fall for these people. But as I stated, it's a lesson something you'll learn, and you'll know as you go along your path based off of other people's experiences, or if you see for yourself, you will see. You will definitely see for yourself. So I would definitely be careful when it comes down to that if I were you all. I'll shop around and I would be extremely, extremely, extremely careful. But see, at the same time, in a way too, in some cases, I don't be mad at the YouTuber themselves. I wouldn't be mad at them. I would more so be mad at a person who's donated to them, because see, they should know better. It's just the time things are being exposed, and we have to be careful who we worship or idolize, because the grass is not always green on the other side. The Two of Wands, the Strength. As your angelic karma say, go check out your angelic karma. As your angelic karma say, I'm quoting this for her. Your angelic karma, if you see this video, I got this from you. Because y'all get credit where it's due. And it makes sense. Whenever I see the Strength card, the devil is always lurking. The Queen of Cups. And in this case, it may not be. Let's see. The Four of Wands. It may not be lurking. Probably just some of you some of you not needing to project, fall back in the pattern of projection. You may need to say yes. The Four of Wands crown the Knight of Pentacles. The Nine of Cups. The Six of Cups. The Strength card crown the Six of Cups. The Page of Pentacles. Okay. So what I'm seeing here is, and the World card. Okay, this is what I'm getting. And the Three of Pentacles. This is what I'm getting. Okay, for some of you, you all need to keep your options open. Some of you all need to keep your options open. Well, you all need to keep your options open. And mind you, this is a romance reading, but that message, I had to get that message out. I didn't get a chance to get it out in the previous reading, but I had to get it out because I want you all to be aware. I want you all to be aware, because we got people out here whose intentions are not to help humanity. It's they're in for the highest good, and I don't like that. I don't like that at all. But you will see as time, those of you who are new to getting readers, my advice is to shop around, but you'll learn as time goes along who's who, what is what, and how to spot them. And how to detect them and recognize those type of people that I just described, these scammers and these con artists that are on these platforms like YouTube, Bigo, Facebook, Instagram, and all these different platforms, Snapchat, all these different platforms, whatever. You'll know, but be careful, because you need to look at it. Are you getting your word? What's in it for you as well? Not what's in it for them, but you need to look at it. What's in it for you? Are you getting something valuable in return out of it? So, are you gaining, basically? But back to what I'm saying. I'm seeing. Okay, I'm picking up fame now. Even though this is sign for love, but I'm picking up fame. It's like something about a moment of fame. You may get a marriage proposal. Or if not, you may get a deal, like in terms of contracts. You may receive a deal at some point in terms of contracts. You may also receive, or it's a step that you will be taking, and it's going to lead to something big. What if it's relocating? What if it's something? It's going to lead to something big. It's going to lead you towards popularity. I know popularity will be involved. It's going to lead you towards popularity. 3 represents popularity. It's going to lead you toward popularity and financial stability. As I stated, pay attention to those contracts. I also see that through that, there's some type of, because see, these are out of the box relationships start happening. So as I stated in the past, love at first sight or anything is destined to happen. I see success with the World card. What you are need to do is not project. Don't rely so much on the tradition of things. Don't go into blind either, but don't rely so much on the tradition way of things. And as I stated, do not assume things and do not claim things that you don't have facts to. Give it time to unfold. You will see. You'll see whether or not if they're what they say, if they are in alignment with that. Some of you may not find out until you really walk that path. On the other hand, there are some business partnerships. You could be meeting somebody through work. You could be meeting somebody through a business partnership, and it can end up it's going to happen in a way whereas it may start off as strictly business first, and then as time goes along, it will end up merging into something romantically. It would end up merging into something like it would end up merging into something like romantically is what it is. It's like it could build up into that. It's gonna happen in a more so, and in some cases, especially because I know people who have a lot of Scorpio in the chart. The people who are Scorpios, they pretty much probably used to this. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart. I have my natal Mercury, Venus, Pluto, Jupiter, and North Node and Juno in Scorpio. So I have my natal Sun in the eighth house, and Sagittarius in the eighth house, on the eighth house cusp. So I'm used to this, but even though I went through lessons about it in the past, but I'm used to this. It's like you have relationships that are occurring unexpectedly, but it's like in a taboo way, but it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow. Like I said, it may happen in a taboo way, but it's gonna grow. Is what it is. What you are to do here, you are to trust. You are to trust. You are to trust in. You are to trust. Don't get me wrong. Keep your options open. Anyway, but some of you may not see where it's going. That's why I said in a taboo way. So it's like you are to trust, not fear. Trust. Go with the flow. Go with the flow of the energies. You don't need to do things to run a person off. Do not project. Don't do things to run a person off. Go with the flow of the energies, because you may not know where they may lead. This is what I'm saying. You may not know where they may lead. Because I got the Knight of Pentacles here, the Four of Wands crown the Knight of Pentacles. That's the slowest moving knight in the deck, but they know what they want. The best knight, pages, Page of Pentacles, and Knight of Pentacles. Those are the best. Those are the best pages and knights that you can get in a tarot deck. But it's going to lead into something, as stated. It's going to lead into something. I feel it could lead up to an offer at some point, but it's going to be mutual. It's going to be mutual. Here, it's going to be mutual because there's a lot of growth. You may challenge this person. Something about you may pose a challenge to this person. It's a challenge that you may pose to this person. See, no one may never challenge them before, but it's a challenge that you may end up posing to this person. It's a challenge that you may pose to them. It's like you may challenge them in some type of way. Especially if this is a man. I feel this is a man that you're going to be challenging. Or it's a man going to be challenging you. Especially those who are playing hard to get. But I feel in this sense it's going to lead to something more. They're going to want something more. It's going to lead to something more. Is what I'm getting. Because you're challenging them. Is what this is. I did state it at this time with this Gemini, the North Node, the Mercury retrograde, the Gemini. These are opposites attracting. It's not gonna happen just at this time as time goes along, because it's fluid. It depends on where everyone is on their path of divine timing is at its works. But it's what you want on this path. I mean, not on this path, but I'm sorry, I got carried off, but excuse me, you all. But what I'm saying here is that Opposites attracting at this time, and they had a missing piece. They already feel a hole within them. You all are feeling a hole within yourself. But this person coming in, you will provide that missing piece. You and that person will provide that missing piece, that missing piece to each other. The opposite missing piece to each other. And as I stated, this like an example one of the ways that may happen. These relationships going to happen in a very unconventional way. Those of you who have reevaluated what you want in relationships is coming. It's like you pretty much got in alignment with it. It was already manifested for you, and it's coming towards you. Also, when you least suspect it. On the other hand, as I stated, some of you need to be open to the traditional way of. Not traditional way, but the non-traditional outcomes of how things can happen, or to how things play out. Some of you just need to let things play out. Trust in yourself. Some of you just need to. Don't get me wrong. Keep your options open, but some of you are just needing to let things play out. Because I do have a feeling in another case too. I do have a feeling here that you may have to make a decision based off of along with three or more people. Based off of three or more people, or you may have to make a decision on three or more people in terms of who want to commit. Because things coming full circle, and things may come full circle, and then a decision will have to be made here, because this was the process that you and this person went through. And this is them finally offering you, making that offer, taking things to another step after the challenge that you went through. And you may not have to go through challenges. It may just be up front. I say yes to it. Is what this is here. And I feel this going to lead to commitment. They're going to want commitment. They're going to feel that their wish come true. The offer that they make is going to stand out. It's going to stand out like a sore thumb. With some of them. But as I stated, some of you, on the other hand, there's an offer that's coming towards you. Or there's a process that will be unfolded that you need to trust in. It could start off even as platonic, and it's going to grow into something more. Is what I'm seeing. This is even dating. The situation is going to unfold in different ways, many different ways that you never thought of. So be open to that. Show me two more cards. The Fool. Oh my goodness. Yes. Some of you even getting married. Congratulations. I feel this is going to be a success. I feel this is going to be successful. I really do. What you all are going in. Some of you all will be making decisions to go into a situation, go into union with someone. Some of you all will be making a decision, or you and the person having a conversation if you've been talking to them for quite some time, or you just meeting them. And then and what happens is that you may have this conversation, and then you may decide to just move forward. You may date exclusively. You may decide to want to date exclusively. You'll decide to move forward. You may decide to completely date exclusively because they don't want anyone else to have you. You don't want anyone else to have them. They may want you all to date exclusively and continue to grow and expand more, especially after time of seeing other people. With some of you, on the other hand, this person may want, you could be going to a business partnership with them, and or whatever the case is, and this may, what happened is that, or you may start off as friends, and this may turn into something more. Some of you may have been friends with the Six of Cups. Some of you may have been friends with the person for quite some time, and you will find out that you two really had something in common. Either they're going to confess their love to you, or you're going to confess your love to them. It's what it is. Some of you are all as stated, which is unexpectedly. You may have had doubts in the past, But some of the person that is confessing to you could be a person of the same sex, or it could be a person been watching you since you're a child, and you could be grown now. This for you who are 18 or older that are watching now, because this is not for people who are 18 or older. And or I mean not 18 or older. I'm sorry, but below 18, age 18. But I feel this will be the case because could be a guy that will watch you since childhood, and he was already grown, and all of a sudden he want to make that approach now, make that gesture and offer you something. I may have to do a shadow reading on this because I got a feeling this is gonna be about this some taboo things that happen. I'm gonna have to do a shadow reading. I'm gonna do a shadow reading. This is gonna be juicy. You all gotta check that out, man. You all gotta check it out. Um, I'm gonna do a shadow reading after this. Um, I also see here because see this is This is things are happening in an unconventional way, non-traditional, out of the box, and it's developing to something more. See, this is traditional and out of the box. It's not what you're used to. It's not the Capricornish type way. Y'all may meet this person at this club. The person could be a dancer or something. This gonna happen unexpectedly. It could start off as strictly business, and it could grow into something romantically. Is what I'm seeing. Or you two could end up being business partners, and they could grow into something. Or romantic. You all could be involved romantically. You could grow as business partners as well. Some of y'all can meet this person at a distance while traveling. See? Some of y'all could meet this person at a distance while traveling. It's quite funny that fell out. The Six of Swords. So as I stated, and this urges you to go with and I ask you to go with the flow. That's why I'm saying go with the flow of these connections and see what things going. Don't be so quick to eliminate your options. Close out your options, go with the flow and see what things going. Because eventually somebody gonna draw a line in the sand. Or you may have to, or you end up in a situation where things come full circle, whereas everybody, some of you, whereas everybody may come together that you're dating, especially if you're in the same city or town or city or whatever the case is, or in the state, and you all may end up coming together, and they may get found out about each other. They may find out about each other, or they may find out you dating them. And what happens is that they may end up giving you all the option to make a decision on who you all want to be with. Some of y'all could just be getting out of a third party situation or an unhappy marriage or relationship and finally being free and being single, being free, single, and independent and focus on yourself. And as that time comes, you will meet somebody. You will definitely meet somebody. Some of you are already in a marriage that are unhappy, or a relationship that are unhappy, unfulfilling, or if that person is, and you could end up meeting this person. I mean, you could end up meeting another person. You and another person may click, and then next thing you know, you may be ready. You may be aligned mind, body, and spirit, or that person may be aligned mind, body, and spirit for to leave this relationship, or you two may be aligned mind, body, and spirit for to leave this relationship and go on with someone else. Here is what it is. I'm gonna end it there because I'm getting excited. I cannot wait to do this shadow reading. But this is a reading. Thanks for watching. Until next time, and it will be successful. Peace and blessings.